joined now by Rebecca Wauldron, the executive chef of Busch's Fresh Food Market, with us on the MegaCast. Rebecca, thanks for being with us today.
My pleasure. Good morning.
Appreciate having you on. So what are the duties of the executive chef of a grocery chain?
Well, it's a great job. So not only am I developing recipes, there's a lot of work costing recipes, it's developing programs. So developing programs for things like sandwiches, salads. There's a lot of research and development, which is really great. I also spend a lot of time training staff, and I go from store to store, more or less, and kind of work on our sets, our mentoring, our food quality, food safety, all of those things.
We're joined by Rebecca Wauldron, executive chef of Busch's Fresh Food Market, joining us on the MegaCast. And so what brought you to Busch's Fresh Food Market? What's your background in the culinary industry that ultimately led up to you taking this really interesting job that you're in?
Well, it was an interesting road. I started off as a high school teacher. So when I graduated from college, I taught high school and had always wanted to kind of follow my dream of going into the culinary world. And at the time, I was young and I decided that I was going to make a change. And so I started working for Busch's and then subsequently went through culinary school at Schoolcraft College. And after that, after I graduated, and I was a corporate chef and then eventually executive chef. So not a traditional role, not a traditional path to executive chef that you hear a lot.
We're joined by Rebecca Wauldron. She is the executive chef of Busch's Fresh Food Market. Learn more information on Busch's.com. That's BUSCHS.com to learn more about the chain. So you're promoting healthy holiday meals at this moment in time. That's the current campaign from you and from your team over at Busch's Fresh Food Market. Tell us about what's available at the market right now, or will be available as we approach the Thanksgiving holiday and the other holidays in December that may be more on the healthier side, but also on the tasty side.
Well, I mean, we have tasty and we have healthy. So we have a lot of options. We have a turkey dinner, a pre-cooked, ready to reheat turkey dinner that serves 6 to 8 people. That's a 10-pound turkey. And there are some pretty traditional sides. So, sweet potatoes, mashed sweet potatoes, obviously. We have some mashed potatoes. We have gravy. So and stuffing, all of the things that you would consider part of a traditional turkey dinner. And we also have a turkey breast dinner for those who just want a smaller meal or who want to just eat the white meat. We have a breast meal. So there are a lot of options that you can go with those dinners that are more on the healthy side. Roasted potatoes, we have vegetables. So obviously it just depends on what crowd you're feeding and what your tastes are.
We're joined by Rebecca Wauldron. She is the executive chef at Busch's Fresh Food Market. So if people are looking to get some of these different meals that are available, or maybe some of the side dishes that are available in time for the Thanksgiving holiday or fresh on the day of, is there going to be availability for that, or should they be starting either now or early on next week to kind of get in line for those products?
Well, we have our turkey dinners, and our ham dinners. The deadline for that is you have to place your order by this Sunday. So if you want one of the dinners, you got to place your order by this Sunday. However, we will be open Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. We're closed on Thanksgiving this year. But I would say the sooner you get your plans together and the sooner you get out and get your shopping done, the better. Because we know that the few days leading up to Thanksgiving are going to be very, very tight. There's going to be a lot of people going through the store.
And so in terms of piecing these holiday meals together and these dishes together that will be available during the holiday seasons, both in November and in December, where do those ideas generate from for you and from your team? And then ultimately, how do they come together to then be put to market at Busch's?
We start pretty much in the summer. So everybody's thinking about summer. We're thinking about Thanksgiving in June and July. So we're putting together our ideas for the holiday meals. And so, we always have to have the traditional sides. Everybody loves the traditional sides. So that's kind of a non-negotiable that you have to have. But we also think about other options. People have to eat the day before Thanksgiving. They want to eat the entire weekend, and so they might not want turkey. So we think about different options, what people might want, look at trends, look at how people are purchasing food. So, grab and go, or what are they looking for? And so we start to put together ideas, and then we just we look at a lot of different food. We taste a lot of different food, which is great. And then we kind of assemble all of our stuff together and put a package out to show our guests. Probably we get it ready and we want to put it out there sometime in September and October.
We're joined by Rebecca Waldron. She is the executive chef at Busch's Fresh Food Market with us today on the MegaCast. Learn more at bushes.com, including about their Busch's holiday meals for Thanksgiving. Meal orders do require a 48-hour advanced notice and will be accepted up until this week Sunday, November 21st. Again, 48 hours notice, and you will need to be letting them know that by going to bushes.com or by calling your local Busch's Market to get one of these orders in time for Thanksgiving. And again, they're due by Sunday, November 21st. And so in these holiday meals, they have a number of different main course options. Take us on to run through some of those options that are available, as people not only during the Thanksgiving holiday will go for the traditional turkey. Some of them like it a different way, but there are also other meal options as well for those that prefer not to go with the traditional turkey.
Right. So obviously we have turkey and turkey breast. We also have 2 ham meals. So for people who want, maybe they're cooking their turkey and they want a different entree, so we do have a ham option. We also have a prime rib that's ready to go in the oven. It is not pre-cooked because pre-cooking prime rib is fraught with peril. And so we prefer to have it ready to go with cooking instructions. So we have that available. And then obviously we have a ton of side dishes. What we found more and more is that people are feeding a lot of different folks who have restrictions in their diets, perhaps, or who are vegan or vegetarian. So we have a whole bunch of different side dish options for your Thanksgiving or your winter holidays that are, will give you a nice, well-rounded meal.
We're joined by Rebecca Waldron. She is the executive chef at Busch's Fresh Food Market, joining us today on the MegaCast. Again, Busch's holiday meals for Thanksgiving are available now through November 21st will be the last day they'll accept those orders. They require 48 hours notice in advance before they will be received. And so also at Busch's Fresh Food Market, you have a deli that features an extensive number of products that are actually prepared in Busch's kitchens. Tell us a little bit about that process and how it may differ at Busch's Fresh Food Market, being it's an independent chain, versus some of the larger grocery chains that are also in our local area.
We are very fortunate. We are able to partner with a lot of very reputable vendors. So for example, Beirut Bakery, they make tremendously, just really great, healthy Middle Eastern salads. So we do have some vendor partners that we trust. The items that we make in store, they're all made with the idea that it's something that you would want, something that you would be proud and happy to feed your family and your friends. And so we always try to source the best ingredients. We are always, using the best technique to try and get something that will not only will look great when you look at it in our case or in our grab and go sections, but when you get home, will also taste very good. A lot of times things you'll see out there don't necessarily taste great. You get them home, you heat them up, and it's not great. We pride ourselves in having food that is actually going to be great when you get it home and is going to give you a very, very satisfying meal experience.
We're joined by Rebecca Waldron. She is the executive chef at Busch's Fresh Food Market, joining us on the MegaCast. Learn more information by going to their website at bushes.com. They have 16 local stores, including in West Bloomfield, Rochester Hills, and Novi, among the many in our immediate coverage area and where we originate here in Oakland County. And you can learn more information on bushes.com, including about their holiday meals for Thanksgiving. Those meal orders requiring a 48-hour advance notice and will only be accepted through November 21st, which is this week's Sunday. And so, Rebecca, where do you get the ideas for the products that you do sell there. Of course, beyond the meals, there are other products that do come in through the year as well. How are those ideas generated? Obviously, as you mentioned earlier, Thanksgiving and the holiday meals are something that you're planning in advance year-round, but these other ideas that pop up, where do those come from?
Well, I mean, it's a combination. Usually the deli team sits down. We talk about what people are looking for. So what are our guests asking for? What are our guests buying? We look at the trends and see what our guests are buying, what they want more of. We also will look at industry trends. You know, what's the cool thing right now that we're seeing in restaurants or we're seeing in magazines or online. So we're constantly looking to innovate and try fun things that people are going to enjoy. We look at health trends. We look at cost. All of those things go into the mix. Obviously, seasonality is a huge part of that. We always try to use local seasonal vegetables whenever possible. And so once we're going into summer, we're going to be looking at, what can we do with all of these great things that are coming to our markets. So really, it's a combination of things, and we create a lot of things. We have a lot of ideas, and then we just kind of make the recipes and taste them and kind of whittle it down to this core group of recipes that we come out with generally pretty seasonally. So you'll see something else coming out probably in January, something coming out in spring, summer, all year long.
We're joined by Rebecca Waldron. She's the executive chef at Busch's Fresh Food Market with us on the MegaCast. You can learn more about all their products that are available for the holiday season and others that pop up throughout the year, and provide your own customer feedback by going to their website at bushes.com. And so, Rebecca, how has COVID-19 affected the work that you and your team do over there? You as the executive chef, and then your team also preparing these products and being able to be in the kitchen together.
Mm-hmm. Well, obviously it was a very rough year for everyone. And so we try to, personally, we try to be safe in our kitchens. We try to make sure that we are following all of the health protocols. Not only that, but we are also looking to what our guests want as far as how their lives have changed. We've noticed that there is a much greater demand for grab-and-go meals, entire meals, not so much of a demand for things like a salad bar or something that you have to serve yourself. There's a lot more demand for things that you can just pick up and feed your family. More people are staying home working, so we've had to kind of alter our programs. Maybe you're not getting sandwiches that you're taking to lunch. Maybe you want something else. So we've tried to really address what our guests are looking for and how their lives have changed, primarily to decide what we're putting out there and how we're going to market with everything.
Well, Rebecca, thank you for joining us. We have a few more minutes before we'll say goodbye today. Anything else that would be interesting for our audience to know, or anything else that we haven't spoken about today that you'd like to discuss?
Oh, it's really, the holidays are kind of the Super Bowl in the grocery store world. It's just, we know that it's going to be a great few days, and there's a lot of energy in our stores. So we really appreciate that. We really appreciate our guests. We really appreciate them being in our stores and shopping with us and making the choice to be there. And we love that. We love that energy. We want to make your holidays absolutely perfect this year. So, if there's anything that we can do, please feel free to ask our staff and our associates, because we're really excited about what's going to be coming in the next couple months.
You can learn more on their website at bushes.com, where you can also learn more about how you can order their holiday meals coming up as well. And of course, again, those require 48 hours notice and are only going to be taken through Sunday, November 21st. That is this week's Sunday. Rebecca, thank you for joining us.
My pleasure. Thank you. Have a great day.